wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So you guys know every month I do a downfall of a certain brand video, but I don't want to call this one a downfall because I was like, have they even been around long enough to have a downfall? Like, did they have a rise to where they'd now be having a downfall? I thought this brand had been around like, I don't know, 2-3 years. Mind you, I've asked this question before and people were saying they felt like this brand was having a downfall. And again, at that time, I was like, I don't even think that brand's been around like 2-3 years. So before I sat down to film, I went to go look up when it was created. Yo, listen to this. Haus Laboratories is a vegan and cruelty-free cosmetics brand launched on September 17, 2009 by American singer Lady Gaga. September 17, 2009, thing hasn't been around for 2 years. It's been around for 15 months. It's a brand that's been around for 15 months and people are already saying that the brand is having a downfall. So if you guys want to know what I think Haus Labs did wrong in its launch, then let's go. So even though I just read it, if you guys did not know, Haus Labs, pretty sure that's how you say it, is a brand that was created by Lady Gaga. And from what I've seen and what I hear about the brand, it has all of the ingredients for it to be a much bigger brand than it is. Let's look at some of those ingredients. One, it's a celebrity brand. Usually attaching a celebrity's name to a brand helps because people are going to buy it simply because it's attached to that celebrity. Look at collabs when you see them. And there are plenty of other celebrity brands where like, okay, it's a celebrity brand. Boom, you throw Rihanna's name on this, it's gonna sell. Look at the things that Rihanna has done with MAC, with Puma, and of course with Fenty Beauty. So that's one, it's a celebrity brand. Two, she's a mega celebrity, right? I think we know that there are different tiers of being a celebrity, and I think we can put Lady Gaga on that tier of A-lister celebrity, right? In the words of Nicki, we A-listers up. So she's a mega celebrity. Now, there are celebrities who are not mega celebrities, who have created their own brands, even their own brands in the beauty industry, who are booming, okay? They've got that word of mouth going around about them, like Jessica Alba. She's got Honest Beauty. And of course, Jessica Alba, she's a celebrity. She's a well-known celebrity. But like, I don't think she got shooters out here. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe I'll find out after this video. I would say you're not putting those two like on the same tiers. I'm just saying. But Honest Beauty does really well. But I think one of the reasons that does really well is because it's not a brand based off the fact that it's Jessica Alba, right? She kind of separates herself from Honest Beauty as far as, you know, like, Jessica Alba's Honest Beauty and just Honest Beauty. You see what I'm saying? With Lady Gaga, the main attraction is the fact that it's Lady Gaga. If Haus Labs launched without the connection to Lady Gaga, it really would be one of those brands that we just don't ever hear about because the main attraction is the fact that it is Lady Gaga's brand, right? So 2, she's a mega celebrity. 3, she's a mega celebrity that has that stan type of fan base, okay? Again, they're celebrities, they're mega celebrities. There are celebrities who have fans, and then there are celebrities who have stan. They have names. There's the Beehive, there's Barbs, there's Swifties, Lambs. I don't remember what Arianators, is that what they're called? Something like that. I don't remember what Miley Cyrus's are called. And of course, Lady Gaga has her little monsters, right? Or monsters, something like that. But she has them. So she already has a fan base that's even a step above being a fan base, right? Like they're a stan base. They're gonna ride hard for this woman with whatever she does, right? So there's that as well. 4, that was 3, right? So 4, Lady Gaga is known for serving you looks, okay? For her makeup and her fashion. Maybe a little bit more for her fashion, but even on her face, like you can go through, look at pictures of her and see looks and you're just like, yes, that's what I was expecting you to give me when I hear Lady Gaga is coming out with a brand. So the celebrity themselves is giving you, or is known for, you know, giving you things that you're supposed to be excited for when it comes to makeup, right? So there's that ingredient as well. 5, I believe it's a pretty inclusive brand from what I've seen. Well, maybe not so much of the product, but the imagery of the brand is very inclusive. I'm not just talking, you know, like shade range. They use influencers, big and small, They use men and women, right? So because the imagery of your brand matters when you're promoting stuff, right? So she has the imagery of being inclusive, and being inclusive is going to help you in this community because no one's checking for you. Physician's formula, okay? So she has that as well, right? So she had all of this stuff going into it where it should have been a bigger hit of a brand than it is, to the point where the thing hasn't even been around for 16 months and people are already saying that the brand is having a downfall. So these are the things I think are part of the reasons why it isn't as big of a brand as people were expecting it to be, or as people are hoping it would be. These are some of my reasons. First reason being, just from the get-go, the launch of this was set up, okay? It just wasn't a good look just from the launch of this thing. If you guys remember, Haus Labs is in collaboration with Amazon, so it's sold on Haus Labs and it's also sold exclusively through Amazon, right? So when this was going live, it was going live for like a pre-order type thing. You could pre-order it on this specific day and then it would ship out whatever day it was going to ship out, right? The day of the pre-order for Haus Labs was also the same day that Amazon workers had planned a strike for Amazon. If you guys didn't know, it's actually a pretty out there story about the conditions of working at Amazon. Employees have said they've had to, go countless hours without breaks, without bathroom breaks, like having to pee in water bottles. Like, I'd look it up if I were you. I follow some people who have worked for Amazon, and like they say like, yeah, that's what it was like working there. So Amazon workers had picked that day to strike Amazon, right? So basically it was like, if you support the Amazon workers, don't purchase anything from Amazon on this day. That day happened to be the same exact day that her stuff was going on pre-order for the brand. So you see where the problem comes in here, like especially on those like launch days of things. You don't hear about it that much, but then again, like lately in the last few months, there hasn't been anything worth getting built up on launch day. But launch day for brands, for collabs, for especially like a whole company launching, they're very important to the brands because that gives them like the feel of how interested you are in the stuff, right? So that was like fail just from the beginning of that for the brands, because the day it launched, there was a whole like worldwide strike where you weren't supposed to buy anything from Amazon. So that was the first thing. You technically couldn't buy the product on launch day if you support Amazon workers. And don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure like it was exclusively on Amazon for pre-order that day. Like, you couldn't pre-order on Haus Labs website. You had to get it through Amazon on that day. So that's the first thing, right? But after you move past that, then you actually look at the products that were launching on pre-order, and people looked at it and they were like, what is this? Who asked for this? Who came up with this, right? Maybe Stephanie decided that she was going to launch this, but I know like this isn't Lady Gaga who's launching this, because again, she's known for serving you looks, right? Really, really explosive looks. Really, like, I wouldn't have thought of doing that by myself, but now that I see it on you, I like it. Those type of looks. So when people saw, I think like the first thing she launched were eyeshadow, crayons, pencils, stuff like that. People were like, oh, okay, that wasn't what I was thinking you were going to launch, but that's what it is. And I want to say nice things because I want to support you, but like, I don't think I'm gonna give that my money though. And here's the thing, again, looking at who you envision Lady Gaga to be, when it comes to Rihanna and Fenty Beauty, I feel like that the whole brand, the whole aesthetic of the brand gives very, Instagram baddie, full face, bad type of makeup wear. Like, that's who flocks to Fenty Beauty, right? Of course they're in betweens, but we're talking about like the aesthetics of the brand. That's who flocks to Fenty Beauty. You're looking at Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez. That gives you more of like the no makeup wearer. I'm okay with tinted moisturizer. I go outside and I collect flowers. Like, that's the makeup wearer that's flocking to Rare Beauty. And those two make sense. If you look at the aesthetic that the brand gives compared to who the celebrity is, it makes sense. Oh, listen, we all know that's just the energy that Rihanna gives. Rihanna gives you bad energy. Didn't they tell you that I was a savage? That's what Rihanna gives. You look at Selena Gomez, yes, she very much so gives me I pick flowers on my days off from being a mega celebrity. And her face, it gives very, natural, no makeup type of wear. With Lady Gaga, I feel like Haus Labs could have been that celebrity brand for those creative makeup artists. The type of makeup artists who draw things on their face, who transform their whole bodies into, 3D illusion type things. Or the makeup wearers who they like graphic liner. They like the type of makeup where it's like, I'm giving you art in this whole picture, okay? I'm not just doing makeup on my face, but the whole picture, my background, all of that's going to give you aesthetic. That's what Haus Labs was supposed to be. That's what it could have been. And that would have made sense because of who was launching it. You see how those other two make sense with who launched it? That's how Haus Labs would have made sense if they had come with that energy because of the person that was behind the brand. That's what people were expecting when they saw a brand coming out from Lady Gaga. But what they got were some eyeshadow crayons. I'm trying to think of other things I've seen them launch since then. I think there was like an eyeliner. I know there's an eyeliner stamp, which that kind of makes sense. She's kind of known for her eyeliner. What else has she launched? She launched bronzers, I think. I think they were bronzers. I don't know, something like that. But I know the brand got dragged because, well, even if the imagery of the brand gives very inclusive, the bronzers were not. Bronzers, contours, whatever they were. Whatever it was, I know the brand got dragged for it because it just wasn't inclusive. So like that's what people were hoping to come from Lady Gaga and Haus Labs, but that's not what they got. What they got was kind of, I don't even know how you would describe it. I guess not even no makeup. I honestly don't know how you would describe what it is that we get from Haus Labs. But I know what, at least when I heard Lady Gaga was coming out with a makeup brand, I know that's what I envisioned coming from it. And I feel like if that's what she had given us, you would hear more about the brand. I don't know what number we're on, 3 or 4, but the next one is influencer marketing. I don't know what they're doing with that. I know they do it because, like I said, they use smaller and bigger creators, but I don't know what they're doing with them because even dating back to the launch of the brand, I feel like influencers haven't really cared to talk about this brand. If you guys remember, this is like pre-COVID, so they had a whole launch party that Lady Gaga attended. And the influencers were there. They got the product beforehand, and then I saw the launch party pictures on social media, right? But then they left the launch party, and I can remember, like 3 videos. I'm sure there were more than that, but like 3 videos on the launch of that. And really, I remember those videos not so much for the content that was in it, like what people were saying about the brand, but because those creators had gone on social media and were saying like they were being attacked because they didn't say 100% positive things about the brands, which that's expected at this point when you're reviewing a collab or a brand launch or anything like that has to deal with a celebrity. When that celebrity has stands, right? You just know that's going to come because, like I said, they take it personally if you say any type of critique about their fave, right? So that's really the main reason I remember people talking about those review videos of the launch. I'm pretty sure I saw more pictures of people posting themselves like they got to meet Lady Gaga on Instagram than I did review videos on that. Like if you guys remember when Fenty Beauty launched, that was here in New York, and a whole bunch of LA influencers had to come here to New York for the launch of that, right? They were filming review videos in their hotel rooms here in New York. Like still in New York, they were filming their review videos on the brand to hurry up and get them on YouTube, just because they knew like people were going to be drawn to seeing what was launching from Fenty Beauty. Not just the big influencers who got to go to the launch, but medium-sized, small-sized creators, even people who don't even really do social media like that, were rushing to go buy the stuff and put up a video or put up their review on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever, when Fenty Beauty launched. And here, like, the people who went to the party didn't even have the energy to do reviews like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the energy was not the same. For Rare Beauty, I feel like people were kind of rushing to get their videos up for that. Not so much as Fenty Beauty, which I don't think any of them are going to get the reaction that Fenty Beauty got when it launched. But I still saw something with Rare Beauty, right? With Haus Labs, I don't know, like, it came and went, basically, when it launched. It came and went. The review videos came and went. I don't really see people do review videos on the stuff they've released since it launched. And nowadays, I don't really see creators talk about Haus Labs in general, except for the few who were chosen for that competition that they had a year ago, something like that. Was it 2020? Maybe it was late 2019. They did like a competition and they picked some smaller creators, medium size, I think, and big size. Those are like the only people that I ever hear talk about anything that launches from Haus Labs. So I don't know what's going on with their influencer marketing, but I'm gonna need you to get it together because... So those are the biggest hits to the brand as far as I see, the launch of it, the products that they've come out with, and the marketing that they choose to do for the brand, right? Now, you could say, and I've seen this argument said about the brand, you could say, well, she came out with a brand and really the brand is just for her fans because her fans really understand her. She wanted to do something to give back to her fans, so that's why she came out with this brand. And no. Boo-boo. That's okay, because if she wanted to do that, then she could have just released makeup under her, merch umbrella. You guys see celebrities, I know Saweetie, Megan Thee Stallion, they have their merch categories where they sell t-shirts, they sell sweatpants, they sell housing stuff, towels, stuff like that, and it's branded, Hot Girl, it's branded Icy. She could have just done that if she wanted to launch things that were specifically for her fan base, so she could give back to her fans and stuff like that, right? She wouldn't have gone through creating a whole brand, like literally putting herself in the makeup industry if she didn't want some of that makeup industry pie, okay? She wanted some of that honest beauty pie. She wanted some of that Fenty Beauty pie. There are people probably don't even know Jessica Alba is the owner of Honest Beauty. There are people don't listen to Rihanna, but they gonna buy Fenty Beauty, right? Because those two, and there are plenty of other celebrity brands, right? Flower Beauty is a celebrity brand. I know there are some UK ones, they're not coming to mind right now, but those are celebrity brands, right? But Honest Beauty, Fenty Beauty, they have gone beyond just creating a makeup brand for their fans to where it's mainstream, right? That's why she made Haus Labs. She didn't make Haus Labs just for her fans, and her fans were gonna sustain Haus Labs. She made Haus Labs to go into mainstream makeup because this is $1 billion industry, okay? She wanted some of that money there when she made Haus Labs. And her own stands drag Haus Labs. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah, when a celebrity launches something, launches music, launches whatever, not every single one of their fans is going to like it, right? I'm sure there are people who look at Megan's merchandise and they're like, you know what? I'll pass on that. When I tell you the number of Lady Gaga fans that I have seen dragging Haus Labs, and I mean dragging Haus Labs, and I think it's because a lot of them see that the brand isn't meeting people's expectations, so they see that as something that hurts her brand, right? They look at it like this brand Haus Labs is hurting the image of Lady Gaga being perfect, right? So you need to fix it or you need to go, because we can't have that in our faves records, right? Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be, especially since, like a thing now is fans who are so numbers, like you need a #1 hit. This album has to go #1. So they do like these streaming parties. Like, they let the song stream overnight so their fave can go #1. I think that's a reason why some of them don't like the brand, because it's not doing that. It's not being seen like these other celebrity brands. So they look at it like it's a problem. So either you need to do something so we can get it towards like those other celebrity brands, or you just gotta go because it's not a good look for her. Or they're disappointed because, again, they are fans of this woman. They had in mind what they wanted this brand to give them, and they know there's a disconnect there between what they envision Lady Gaga as and what they get from the brand. But I'm telling you, like, I rarely see that where someone's fan base drags them as hard as her own fan base drags her for this brand. Now, mind you, I also did see, especially like when it first launched, that they were dragging her makeup artist because it's assumed her makeup artist is like the mastermind behind this brand. Yes, celebrities can be very involved with their brands. You know, Kim shows that she is very involved with Skims and the ideas are hers. Rihanna is very involved with Fenty Beauty from interviews and stuff like that, not even just from Rihanna, but from other employees of Fenty Beauty, that she's very involved in the brand. But with a lot of these celebrity brands, people just assume, you know, it's Selena's makeup artist who is the mastermind behind Rare Beauty. People assume it's Mario who's the mastermind behind KKW Beauty, right? So again, when you don't want to fault Lady Gaga and you're a fan of hers, it's assumed that her makeup artist is the mastermind behind Haus Labs. So they gave her makeup artist a good old dragging, right? They were like, nah, this brand isn't what Lady Gaga wanted. This brand is, I don't remember the makeup artist's name. This brand is what her makeup artist looked like, because this looks like something that she would do on Lady Gaga's face, which we're just gonna let it go. But they came for the makeup artist. They were dragging her. So even if you tried to say like this is something that she did for her fans and her fans get it, so it doesn't really matter if everyone else doesn't like the brand, I'm not sure you can say that when her own fans drag her over the brand itself. So all in all, I still see it for Haus Labs. I don't know, maybe I'm just being hopeful, but I could still see them being the brand that everyone expected them to be in the future. I just think they'd have to do a quick little like rebrand, kind of like Milk Makeup did. You guys remember when Milk launched, like people were not checking for Milk Makeup, especially they kept giving us like a whole bunch of products in tubes and sticks and stuff like that, and then they rebranded. And now, you know, there are so many things from Milk Makeup that people love. I think Milk is a pretty popular brand in the community. They just had to do that quick little rebrand. I think if Haus Labs did that, then yeah, I could still see it for them in the future. If you guys remember, look at Rihanna and Fenty Beauty. Rihanna and Fenty Beauty align. No issues when it launched, right? If you guys remember when Savage x Fenty and Rihanna launched, people were a little disappointed. People were talking because when it launched, the imagery of the brand was not, because mind you, I'm looking at what they have now on Savage, and when they launched, I think they've stepped up a little bit, but for the most part, the actual lingerie kind of still gives the same energy, but they switched up the imagery of it because that's not what people were expecting when they heard lingerie coming from Rihanna, right? Again, you know, she's giving you bad. That's what people were expecting. So they did a quick little rebrand of Savage x Fenty, and boom, you see Savage x Fenty everywhere, and on ads on YouTube, on billboards, especially on Instagram with the Savage ambassadors, right? So I think that's what Haus Labs would have to do, just a quick little rebrand, because I mentioned it in the video, why people don't like celebrity brands. There's a disconnect with Haus Labs. You don't get in Haus Labs what you would expect from Lady Gaga. And like I said, with the other celebrity brands that, you know, they are popping, they are stuff like that, they align. They make sense when you look at the creator and when you look at the brand. You don't get that with this one. And when you don't get that in a celebrity collab brand, whatever it is, that's when people start feeling like, did you just do this for money? A cash grab, right? Cash grab is what everyone likes to call it. Like, I feel like you just saw this was $1 billion industry, so you decided to just hop on and slap your name onto something. Nothing of Haus Labs really gives you Lady Gaga, and like Lady Gaga put Lady Gaga into the brand. So I think that is what the issue is. There's a disconnect between that two. So it's like people don't really care. Her own fans, influencers, because listen. Okay, influencer talking to y'all. Influencers know what they're doing when it comes to celebrity launches, celebrity things like that, right? They know just because it is this celebrity, they are going to get views because the Barbs are going to watch, because Swifties are going to watch. And when your job is getting people to view you, they gonna hop on that. Again, y'all saw how people reacted when Fenty Beauty launched, right? You see how they react when Rare Beauty launches. Even was that Florence by Mills? by Millie Bob, no. The girl from, was it 13 Reasons? What's that show called? Listen, I don't watch the show, okay? But y'all know who I'm talking about. Her, even though they're younger fans, right? But they're fans of hers, so they're still going to flock if they see you posting a video on it. So knowing that influencers purposely do that, right? Knowing that they do that and they still didn't care to jump onto this brand, that's a really big disconnect. That you got to sit, the board of the company needs to sit down and ask themselves why. Like, they really have to ask themselves, where did we go wrong that these people who would use their dying cat for views don't want to use us for their benefit? You know, they look at you and they're like, I don't see it for you. I have a 1 million view video in my mind and I don't feel like you're gonna give me that, so I'm just gonna scroll on. That actually says a lot there. But if they did choose to rebrand, like I said, I feel like they could be that celebrity brand in the community that caters to the more artistic makeup artist, makeup wearer, with, you know, graphic liners. Again, like I said, she is known for her eyeliner, so they could give you the type of eyeliners, the type of eyeshadow, the type of lipstick where you could be bold, where you could be artistic, that type of stuff, right? But that is on them if they choose to do that. I'm just pointing out what I see about the brand, some of the places I thought they might have gone wrong and where they could fix it. But like all of my downfall videos, that is always up to the brand, right? So that is it for this video. Let me know if you've tried anything from the brand. If you like the brand, if you don't like the brand, and the reason why either way, what you think the brand could do so that they could, you know, build themselves out of where they are. Because I'm telling y'all, like, it makes no sense that this brand has only been around for 15 months and people are saying it's on its downfall, it's on its way out the door. it hasn't had a chance in the door, and people are like, yeah, no, it's quiet for y'all are dead now, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. So let me know all of that in the comments down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bells, all of that down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.